breaking news. 5 people have died in shooting incidents in northern France, one at a migrant camp. A warning that the following footage shows the aftermath of one of the shootings, including dead bodies. Well, 2 of the victims were migrants killed at the Loon-Plage camp near Dunkirk, and 2 further victims are understood to have been security personnel. The 2 migrants were Kurds who attempted to cross the channel today and were rescued by French authorities. A 22-year-old man, understood to be a French national, handed himself into a nearby police station and admitted carrying out another fatal shooting. Let's cross to our Europe correspondent, Adam Parsons, who's in Mardyck, near Dunkirk. Adam, what's the latest?
Yeah, an absolutely extraordinary series of events that started this afternoon with that shooting in a town a little way from the coast of a 29-year-old businessman, apparently shot in front of members of his family by this Frenchman, this 22-year-old, who then drove up to here, to this camp, stopped in his green vehicle, got out with what is described as a shotgun and fired what we were told was around 15 bullets, killing 2 people. Sky News has spoken to one of the people who was there when that shooting happened, who told us that the 2 people killed were called Hamid and Hadi, both of them 25 years old. They were Kurds who, one of them had sold his house to come here, who had attempted to cross the channel that day and had been rescued right in the middle of the channel, having fallen into the water, and had returned to this camp. Now, let me tell you, at the moment, you can see the emergency services are there. What you may not be able to see is that they've just brought in 2 private ambulances, we understand, to take the bodies of these migrants away to the mortuary. Now, clearly the police investigating what on earth happened here, but also subsequently this gunman killing two people described as security personnel. It's not clear at the moment whether they were police officers or potentially security guards from the nearby port. And then taking himself to a police station and handing himself in. We don't know why this person carried out these attacks, what motivated them, whether there was any link between the killing of the first person, the killing of the 2 migrants here, or the security personnel. The person, the witness that we spoke to, describes an extraordinary and harrowing succession of events when, having returned from this incredibly perilous sea journey to this camp, he said they were soaked to the skin, that they just collected some new clothes, saw this car come to a halt and saw the man come out with a shotgun. They thought he was going to fire warning shots into the air to try to scare them. Instead, he fired rounds towards them. We were told that one of these men was shot in the head. The other one received wounds. We're not clear where they were, but both of them died on the ground where they were standing. One other person appears to have had some rather superficial wounds, but doesn't seem as if anyone else was seriously wounded. It would appear that this man, this 22-year-old Frenchman, described by our eyewitness as white and wearing glasses, had other firearms in the car when he drove off. We don't know at what point he then encountered these security personnel. But this comes against the background of 2 things. These camps are, from experience, volatile and violent places, but there is no suggestion at the moment that these migrants had any role at all in this attack other than being victims. The other background to this is that even though at this time of year, when it is cold, when the weather is unpredictable, there used to be a significant lull in the number of people trying to cross the channel. At this time of this year and maybe previous year, the numbers have remained high. And over the past 3 or 4 days, when the channel has been a little calmer, we've seen a great influx of people trying to get from here over to Britain. Just yesterday, there was a big rescue with around 100 people being brought back to shore. And this boat, these migrants were on today, started off with 85 people leaving shore. About 50 of those were rescued, and the remaining 35, including The two subsequent victims and the two people they were travelling with got to the centre and then said that the boat simply sank. They were in the water when they were rescued. Matin, the man that we spoke to who described this, said to us that he had seen death twice, once in the water and then once again here. He described seeing these two people who he got to know over the past month in this camp die in front of him. And he said that what he saw was the angel of death appearing in front of his eyes. It is a devastating account of what at the moment appears to be a completely dreadful attack carried out by this 22-year-old Frenchman in 3 locations, leaving 5 people dead.